bad news on the development front. One of the parts failed quality control. We know how to fix it, but it'll take some extra resource. It's on hold for now, but you can order the extra work from the laptop at any time.
What's going on, guys? It is Foxy90 here, and welcome back to a brand new F1 2017 career mode video for you guys today here on my channel. Today, Chris has been sacked, and we're going to punch him in the face later on when this video ends, because obviously we don't want to show any violence here on YouTube. We'll do that afterwards. But as you can see, for the second race in succession, another part has failed in the engine section. And as you can see, I went over and had a look at the quality control section of the the power terrain section. It's been upgraded 3 times. I've not done anything there. The reduction of a quality control problem is reduced by 22.5%. So why? I don't know why all my engine parts are failing, but I have to deal with it. So yet another major blow, and that was my ultimate engine upgrade, which was going to really just max out the fuel efficiency so I could run like -3 laps and probably still make it to the end of the race. And now we're in a big problem, because that area of the car, it's going to need to take 800 resource points to fix it. And I'm not spending 800 resource points, so I'm going to have to go a different route. The resource points that I currently have at the moment, I'm going to be doing all of the minor powertrain upgrades. I need straight line speed on this car. It is becoming a big problem for us now. I need the straight line speed. And then when we get to the ultimate and the major upgrades, that can be done a different time. I just need to get all the minor powertrain upgrades done, and that is now my main focus for today's video. Not for today's video, but for the rest of the season. Once every single minor powertrain upgrade is complete, I will then leave the powertrain alone, go and focus on the chassis side of things, mainly even the aerodynamics, and get less drag on the car. That will also help with straight line speed, and we can try and sort out this straight line speed deficit problem, because now, with all these development parts actually failing on us, we're now falling into the clutches of Force India, and into qualifying, things went horribly wrong again on my first lap, just like in Austria. We managed to recover it though, but unfortunately across the line, it made no dividends here. And we're really on the back foot for the British Grand Prix. On to my last qualifying lap now. This is the final chance I've got to make any sort of impression here. You can see this time we get it we'll make it stick this time. But across the line, unfortunately, it's only going to be P8 for this British Grand Prix. And yeah, we're on the back foot. These development faults, I really didn't need them. Like, if I had both my parts put on the car at the exact time, I would have had 1,200 resource points extra. And you know, like, obviously, when I say 1,200 resource points extra, if I obviously spent the 800 points getting that ultimate engine upgrade done, that would count then as, you know, another 800 loss compared to the already 400 I had to spend on something else. So, technically, it's 1,200 in total. But, unfortunately, things are just not going well. And at the moment in time, we are not in the championship race. It sounds really weird to say that. In Azerbaijan, I had like a 59-point lead. Here in the British Grand Prix, 2 rounds later, we are nowhere near championship winning car potential, and we really need to focus now and step it up. These are some of my weakest tracks on the calendar when we get to the second half of the season. Hopefully, some of the tracks on there, Belgium might be a tough one, but Italy, I should hopefully win at. Singapore, I love that track. USA, love that track. You know, there's some good tracks there that I need to capitalize on, and these ones, I've just got to do everything I can. But anyway, then into the race strategy we go. And it's going to be a plain one-stop strategy. It's going to be starting on the super soft tyres and then making a switch to a soft tyres later on in the Grand Prix. In fact, actually quite early into the Grand Prix. Hopefully that can take us to the end of the race. And my aim really is to try and beat at least one Ferrari. If not, beat the 2 Force Indias and my teammate Ricciardo as we climb about again on the formation lap. It doesn't really make any difference. No one gets damaged. But anyway, we've got 5 red lights here, and it is lights out. We go here to start this British Grand Prix, and this is a crucial moment here. It's not been a good start from us. Hulkenberg's got the better start in towards turn 1 here. We're going to go through, and we just swoop round, and we've got around the outside of Ricciardo here. Lovely overtake there between ourselves there, as we somehow made a collision with Hulkenberg. I didn't see that one, but now we're attacking the Force Indias. Here's Sergio Perez. He's on the inside, though. I'm going to have to leave him some plenty of space here onto the curbing, and we just get around the outside. A lovely, wicked start there, up into 5th place already in this Grand Prix. The 2 Mercedes and Ferraris fire off into the distance, and now I need to get my head down, work out where's the best place I'm going to get past these Mercs and Ferraris, if at all I have the pace. And on the end of lap 2, I don't, unfortunately. The Mercedes and the Ferraris have shot off into the distance, and the straight line speed deficit is absolutely horrible around here. I'm running 7.6 wings. I think I might have put a little bit too much downforce on. Here comes Sergio Perez for an attack now towards turn 1 here. I'm going to give him a tight line there in towards turn 1. He's still there though on the outside line. I'm going to go very wide there. Very, very heavy defensive maneuvers by myself. All fair, all love and war, but I'm not going to give any inch for Sergio Perez in this Grand Prix. And my race now, it is a Red Bull versus Force India battle. And as we come charging into the pits now, of course, we do get, obviously, like I've said, and I really, really do appreciate it, we obviously get new subscribers pretty much daily now, which has now become the norm, which is incredible, and I'm really grateful for everyone that comes and clicks the subscribe button every single day. You're probably wondering how I rushed into the pits then at 100 miles an hour and got the car slowed down and didn't take a drive-through penalty. It would have classed as speeding in the pit lane. Just to put it out there, I do not run with the, I run with pit assist, sorry. I always say I do not for some reason when I'm trying to say that I do. I run with pit assist. Now, pit assist, basically, you know what it does. You just rush into the pits. It does it all for you. It does the pit stops. Basically, when it comes to coming into the pits and slowing down and then, you know, clicking clutches and doing all this bits and bobs, as much as it kind of, you know, puts a bit of realism into the pit stop phases, I kind of just use that as my slowdown time, so I just don't use it, and I find the mechanics a little bit meh and clunky. But onto lap 8 of the Grand Prix now. We've got my teammate Ricciardo all over the back of me, so we're going to go down the inside of Pascal Wehrlein, and we're trying to put some room between myself and Ricciardo and the Force Indias. At the moment, I just can't get away from them at this stage in the race, and it's really hurting me. The straight line speed is absolutely atrocious at the moment, and I just don't know what to do. I feel like I'm driving a McLaren Honda at this stage in the race, as Ricciardo is going to go down the inside of Wehrlein, and I'm going to lunge it down the inside of Marcus Ericsson, somehow keeping it on the racing line, despite the fact I made a super big lunge on Marcus. We still made it stick, and back end sliding a little bit there, but luckily we've got a bit of space now, and on lap 9 of the Grand Prix, Ricciardo has caught back up, but it has taken him another lap or so, but he has got DRS here as Ricciardo, and he's now going to come over towards my inside line. I'm going to give him a very tight line towards there. I'm going to swoop around the outside here into Luffield, and I make the move stick on Ricciardo, and we do that, and now we can try and take the next corner here. The perfect racing line there. Did a bit too much curbing actually that time around, but on to lap 10 of the Grand Prix now. Down the straight here, Ricciardo has got DRS yet again, and just look at this. This just shows to me that I've obviously made a setup error, because look how quick Ricciardo is in a straight line. Yes, fair enough, he's got DRS, but oh, a little bit of contact there between myself and Ricciardo. I was still taking my line. It's almost as if Ricciardo just turned in a bit on me slightly, as I was starting to then drift out wide to try and force him wide, so he's obviously getting his elbows out as well. I'm pretty sure Christian Horner doesn't really want that, but again, Ricciardo coming back for yet another assault here, and here's Sergio Perez as well now, so Perez getting involved on the action as well. And as we come towards Stowe corner, Ricciardo is going to try and go around the outside, but I'm going to defend that one and give him literally next to no space. I know Ricciardo could potentially overtake me and we could keep the Red Bull 5-6, but at the end of the day, in terms of the championship, I need to make sure I get as many points as possible to reduce the deficit, because Hamilton is leading this race and he is my closest rival as we go down the inside again on Ricciardo. More bumping and barging between the two Red Bull boys here in this Grand Prix, but to be honest, that doesn't really bother me. What bothers me at the moment is trying to hold on, and Hamilton wins the British Grand Prix, which is absolutely frustrating for me, but obviously there's nothing a lot I can do about that. As we come around Stowe corner now in towards the Vale chicane, we are going to stay in front of the two Force Indias after they both out-qualified me and Ricciardo, but this is a very, very concerning time. We come around the last corner here to come across to the start-finish line to take only P5 in the British Grand Prix, and I could do no better. In fact, to be honest, I think that both the Force Indias and Ricciardo, if I didn't get in front of them at the start of the race, there is absolutely no chance I would have been able to have been able to stick with them and try and catch them up. They were lightning quick to me today, and I'm concerned. I'm not sure where my pace is. I'm not sure where it's gone. But the championship is now wide open, and that's really, really worrying after just 2 or 3 races. I don't really know where Hamilton won in Azerbaijan when I crashed out. Well, I didn't crash out. Well, you know, Kimi hit me and then I went off, so crashed out kind of basically because I didn't score any points. Hamilton then won when I came 3rd last time around, and Hamilton has won again, and I've come 5th. So Hamilton's on 3 victories. I'm on a 19th place, a 3rd place, and a 5th place. So Hamilton's definitely got the momentum his way. And when we come to the Hungarian Grand Prix next, which is a very technical track, that's where I'm going to need to put the pressure on Lewis Hamilton and try and get a result back, because unfortunately Mercedes with the 1-2, that means that's going to bring them back into play in the Constructors' Championship, because they're not that far off. Ferrari are definitely closer, but Mercedes are still there and they can still come back in this championship. So it is all wide open here at the end of the British Grand Prix. And as I look at it then, it's Mercedes ahead of Ferrari, ahead of Red Bull, ahead of Force India. So yeah, that's kind of a bog standard result really. But yeah, we lost a lot of time, and we definitely need to fix that then, as we were one of the slowest on the grid. The gap in the championship is now just 10 points between myself and Lewis Hamilton, so we've got some work to do to try and defend against Lewis in the championship. Vettel's still there. In the Constructors' standings, the gap is 10 points between Red Bull and Ferrari, and just 30 points separating Red Bull, Ferrari and Mercedes. So the title race is still wide open, and the form that I had at the start of the season, I need to get that back again. But anyway, we have a contract event from Emma. She's basically going to tell us, you know, there's teams out there, you know, that they're trying to snatch you up, Tom, and I'm like, do I want to go? We'll find out what offers they give me in terms of where I should go or not. But as you can see, she's, you know, going to do a casual speech. I would have left this off and just been like, ooh, cliffhanger, but it's not really cliffhanger because we kind of know where this is going to go. I am going to be staying with Red Bull no matter what contract offer comes on through, basically because my objective is to win the championship with Red Bull. So I am going to stick with that. And as you can see there, she's going to let me know. I can't remember what teams they offered. I think it was Williams, Force... No, it wasn't Force India. It was Williams. They'll tell me now because the screen will go off of being a black screen. There it is, right. So it is stay at Red Bull, move to Williams, Renault or Toro Rosso, always second driver slots. That's something that I don't have any interest in, and that's where we're going to leave it. But guys, if you have enjoyed today's episode, feel free to drop it a like. That'd be absolutely awesome. And if you are new around here as well and you enjoy the content that you watch, feel free to click the subscribe button. And yeah, we are going to make an engine upgrade as well for this Hungarian Grand Prix to close that gap down. And there's another minor upgrade that we're going to make. We've got 2 minors that we can do, and we definitely need to do those. So there it is, guys. We're going to make that upgrade, and I will see you guys next time. Take care all. Peace.